Hi, my name is Chris Neely here at Rapid7. And in today's short video, I'd like to show you how Surface Command can be used to implement some common use cases that we see across our customer base, one of those being coverage gaps. Now, when you think of coverage gaps, most people think about coverage gaps with technology. And you can see a default dashboard here in Surface Command, a controls overview dashboard, and we can see a coverage gap where endpoint protection isn't installed or assets aren't being vulnerability scanned. But another common one is identity coverage gaps, maybe where you don't have MFA. So let's look at how easy it is to implement some of those use cases. Here on the left, we can click on the identities page, and we're presented with all the identities known to the system. Now, this may be from common sources like Active Directory or Entra or Azure AD, but it could also be from ServiceNow or Okta or any other sources. And the filtering page here makes it very easy to identify those coverage gaps. So first of all, maybe we want to focus on users that are just active on the system. They haven't been disabled, they're not being offboarded. Then secondly, maybe we just care about the percentage of multi-factor across our entire estate. So I could specify not true here, and we'll cover all scenarios. And now we're seeing accounts out of our 43,000 users we have in this demo lab, 17,000 do not have multi-factor authentication, which is great. It's something we can look at from a posture point of view. We can now identify those users and make sure they are enabled for MFA. But we can keep taking it one step further. Maybe we also want to understand administrators and which administrators don't have MFA. Obviously, with that privileged access, if they didn't have MFA and they were phished, they're more than likely to someone to have privileged access within an environment. So even more important than not having MFA. And now we've dropped down to 53 administrators that do not have MFA that are active. And we could keep going. We could look at users that are in particular departments or service accounts or users that maybe are external, and you can keep filtering. Once you've identified a query that is useful, in this case, administrators that don't have MFA, once again, I can copy this to my workspace. It's automatically built the query for me. I can run this, and then I'll get that list of 53 administrators. I can save this as a query. I can create widgets from it, and then I can put that on a dashboard and once again, monitor that over time. So here's a dashboard I created earlier. This is an identities dashboard, and it really just covers those key use cases I've talked about. Now, they may be simple, but believe me, there's a lot of value in just understanding your MFA coverage, or admins without MFA. Or if you're bringing in other tools like KnowBe4, you can actually identify, users who are failing their phishing test and obviously focus on specific users, providing them with more training. And it's not just things like Azure Active Directory or Entra that can provide that MFA property. Things like Okta and other MFA tools will also automatically flag that property. So it makes it very easy to filter and gain value out of Surface Command. With that, thank you very much.